to me.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
Hey guys, welcome back to Ivy Rose Knows. So that video you just saw was a video of 42-year-old George Torres inside of a suitcase. The woman speaking was his girlfriend. George Torres was eventually found deceased, having suffocated to death inside of that suitcase. Now this case gets really crazy and there's so many questions and it's just very weird and peculiar. And so here we go. Let's get into it. The girlfriend is Sarah Boone. They're both originally from Florida. Sarah Boone was charged with her boyfriend's murder. 42-year-old George Torres was found dead in a suitcase in her home, having suffocated to death. Sarah originally stated that it was an accident and it was the result of a game of hide and seek. That the night before he was found, these two were just hanging out. They had a bottle of wine they shared together. They were doing puzzles and painting and just kind of hanging out together. And then they decided to play a game of hide and seek, where then George had gotten into the suitcase and Sarah had zipped it up. And then all of a sudden, Sarah stated that she had gotten tired and decided to go up to bed and go to sleep, forgetting to unzip George from the suitcase. And so the next day, she woke up late in the afternoon, I think it was about noon, to go downstairs and realize that she forgot to unzip George from the suitcase and he was deceased. She then calls her ex-husband to tell her ex-husband what had happened, and then he goes and advises her to call 911. And we will get into that whole 911 call and more into this and other. I just want to talk about this situation off the bat. They were playing hide and go seek. Two adults, two grown people sat home and decided that it was a good idea that they wanted to play hide and go seek. And that he was going to hide in the suitcase and she zipped him up. But here's my question. Who was seeking? If it was hide and go seek and she put him in there, who was seeking? Wouldn't she have known where he was? Which again, the whole hide and seek thing, I don't know, leaves so many questions. Obviously I don't believe it. Nobody believes it. Can it be? No, in my opinion. But again, this is her story that she zipped him up in there, and then what? You were walking around the house looking for him, not knowing where he was? Again, absolutely weird and absurd and doesn't make very much sense to me. And then you realize that you're tired and you supposedly go upstairs to go to bed, never having unzipped the guy from the suitcase. But what catches me is there is video, you just saw it, on her phone of her taping him inside the suitcase. So you were taunting him. She was taunting him and he was begging for help, telling her to get him out. He couldn't breathe and she just kept taunting. So we know that the whole hide and go seek thing was a lie. My question is, how did he get in there? How did she get him in there? He just willingly got in the suitcase? I don't know. That's very peculiar to me. But again, what's really sick is that he's telling her he can't breathe, and she's just sitting there taunting him. absolutely sad. I mean, she goes into, you shouldn't have cheated on me, and all of this. So you can see through the video that this wasn't just a game of adult hide and seek gone wrong. This was torture. You tortured that man. But how did he get in that suitcase? It blows my mind. Like, he just willingly got in there. I have a very loving relationship with my husband. And if I asked my husband to get in a suitcase, even if we were playing, he would look at me like I'm nuts. So I'm really curious on how she got him in there. But it's so sad to hear him begging for her help, and she doesn't. She just leaves him there. She goes to trial. I believe her trial starts sometime this October, and I'm not going to lie, I am so here for it. This is a really crazy case to me. And so it definitely intrigued me and piqued my interest, so I'm going to follow along with this, and I will bring you guys along on this journey. And again, you come down the next day, you unzip him, you call your ex-husband before you call 911, and he has to tell you to call the authorities. I don't know. I'm just, it blows my mind that how do you even sit there and say, oh, we were playing hide and seek? Like, what adults do that? Like, did she really believe that someone was going to believe her story? And hide and go seek, who the hell was seeking? None of it makes sense. But what I really want to know is how you got him in the suitcase originally. I don't know. He couldn't have just jumped in there and folded himself up and let you zip him up. I don't know. It's really peculiar. But let me know what you guys think. Have you heard about this case? How do you think he got into the suitcase? Do you think that it was, all fun and games, that she manipulated him into getting into the suitcase? And what do you think about that video? How cold-hearted she was while he's sitting there begging for help. And she just sat there, sick and twisted, laughing at him. Absolutely crazy. But again, tell me what you think in the comments below. Like this video, and subscribe if you like the content and you want more. Again, let me know what you guys think.